What an amazing view this is. I'm at Frontenac Provincial Park, the boat launch to Big Salmon Lake. I'm going to be doing a solo overnight canoe trip. Figure it's only going to take me an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to my campsite. It's 15:45 right now. By the time I get the boat all unstrapped and park the car and everything, I figure quarter after at the latest. I'm in no hurry. I've still got lots of sunlight left, and this should be a nice leisurely paddle. Alright, so I've got the boat all loaded, ready to go. It's 16:08, so I wasn't that far off on my timing. I tell you, couldn't ask for a better day for paddling. There's essentially no wind, no rain in the forecast at all, just clear skies, just a few clouds. It is perfect, I tell you. My goal is to make it to the Portage in, probably 45 minutes from now, I would say. But like I said, I'm not doing any kind of power paddling or anything like that. It's just a nice leisurely paddle. Basically, no bugs. Last time when my wife, well at the time my fiance, but now my wife and I were here, was a month ago or so. Maybe a little, well, probably more than a month by now. It was black fly season, and we were eaten alive. I haven't seen a black fly yet, haven't seen a mosquito. We'll see what the evening has in store though. As far as gear, for those of you watching my gear video showing what I was packing, I had to ditch the pillow. It just didn't work. I'd set a goal that I was going to fit everything in that 40-liter mech pack, and I managed to, but not with a pillow. A few things that I was missing from showing you guys: first aid kit. I just packed a really basic one. Sunscreen, water bottles, just random stuff like that. No major pieces of equipment. I'm really excited to try out this Hennessy hammock, see how it goes. Hopefully it's comfortable. I've never slept in one before, so don't want to be hurting in the morning. Everything I've read on all the forums says that Hennessy hammocks are amazing. Most people love them, but every once in a while one person just hates it. So hopefully I'm in the love it category. So I'm about halfway down Big Salmon Lake. I'm just coming up to Dry Point, it's called, for those of you who are looking at a map. I found a nick in the handle of my paddle that's rubbing on my hand. Hopefully I can figure something out tonight when I get to the campsite. If not sooner, maybe I'll figure something out when I get to the Portage. Like I said, I've only got about just over a kilometer, I would say, to my Portage. The wind's picked up a little bit more. It's no longer just a breeze, so it's making it a little harder paddle, but still not bad. Although sitting like this in the boat, because definitely I want to use this seat, no need to kill my knees. Even with my pack in the front, front end is sticking way up in the air and just catching the wind. The wind's just spinning me like a weather vane. If I stop paddling at all, just take a drink or anything like that. So I just keep plugging on along here. Still so glad I'm out here. Would you take a look at that? Perfectly calm water, except for my hand shaking. This is what we come out here for. hear that? Silence. But I'm going to keep going because just over there should be my portage. Should. The time is 17:08 and here is my portage. It is, according to the official map, 923 meters. The whole way paddling in here, I was debating with myself, do I carry the pack and the canoe on the portage, or do I just double carry? What do I do? The canoe's 65-ish pounds, I think. Plus the pack. You know what? It's early still. Got lots of daylight left. This is supposed to be a vacation canoe trip. Relaxing. So I'm going to double carry. I'm going to enjoy my walk instead of just suffering through it. I could carry both at the same time, but why when I don't need to? I'm just gonna pull up on shore and have a little snack and hydration break, and then I'm gonna start the portage. So here I am on the portage from Big Salmon Lake to Little Clear Lake. As you can see, it's a very nice portage, very well maintained. I tell you though, I'm glad I decided to double carry. This single carry is nice and easy, but if I had a canoe on top as well, I'd be dying. I probably would ditch it somewhere. So the last time that I did this portage, I did it with a canoe on my head, and I never actually got to see this portage for what it is. A really nice walk in the woods. Lots of nice scenery, interesting rock formations, and the most exciting thing of all, the end. Here it is. This is the end of my first trip down this trail. 2 more to go. Woohoo! There's some really nice portage trails here. Little boardwalks that they've made over any of the really marshy areas. Fortunately, there's been a lot of rain in the past week or so. Some torrential downpours, that kind of thing. And some of the areas that there are no bridges built over are pretty flooded. Boot-sucking kind of areas. I'm glad I kind of scattered it out ahead of time with just the pack. No canoe. Now I kind of know how to get around some of them. And hopefully I don't run into too much trouble. So now the bugs are starting to come out. And of course, my bug dope is back at the other end of the portage. I should be almost back at the canoe. Hopefully I can get this done pretty quickly so I can get into that bug dope, because these are they're starting to get bad at this point, and I have none on because there was no bugs. So hopefully they don't eat me alive. This is campsite 9D on Little Clear Lake. Here's my view. I want to start off with apologizing for not taking any video of anything leading up to this point. Ended up hurting my knee on the portage. I don't know what it was. I just took it must have been a wrong step or something, and my knee just instant pain. Still hurting quite a bit. It's now 19:20 and I'm just getting here. What took me so long? I spent a long time sitting in the middle of the trail with the canoe, waiting for the throbbing to stop, and then eventually managed to get the canoe the rest of the way. Then dug into my first aid kit, took some painkillers, had to wait for those to kick in, all that good stuff. So that delayed me quite a bit. But here I am. Hopefully it feels better tomorrow. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to go back the way I came. Yeah. Tomorrow I've got twice as much portaging as I had today, so if the knee's still bugging me tomorrow, gonna have to take the lesser of two evils and go back the way I came. Which is what happened last time we came here too. I've never actually done the second half of this trip. Last time we were here, apparently the Portage was ahead of us was flooded out. Quite a bit, but I need to carry on and get camp set up. This is the sleeping area up here. They have nice tent pads. And I think, if everything works out well, I'm going to hang the hammock between those two trees right there. I'm going to go ahead and set up my Tennessee hammock. Like I said, I've only ever really set it up in my basement. So we'll see how this works. So I've got it in the snake skins here. Should make it a lot easier to set up. Webbing. And no pegs. Okay, that goes for check your equipment before you go out. Noted. So, I will just have to fashion some stakes out of some twigs. So, how secure is this? Oh yeah, that'll hold me. Should. Slide up the snake skins. I've got the hammock up, I've already tested it, and now I just need to figure out how to secure the lines down without pegs. I'm not really expecting any rain at all, so I don't even need the fly, but if I don't do that, that's just asking for trouble. Fate'll find a way to make it rain. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to stake the fly down. So I'm gonna have to fashion some pegs out of some sticks, I guess. Well, I managed to get it to work. I was starting to make pegs out of sticks, shove in the ground to put my guy lines down, but then I realized there's trees and there's rocks. And there's rocks and trees. And there's trees and rocks and trees and water. Hopefully you guys got that reference. But I used 2 out of the 3. I used trees. And I used rocks. And now I have a hammock. Oh, with a great view.